How the successful think when no one is watching. The world rewards what it sees, but it does not create what it sees. Fame, recognition, applause, they are consequences, not causes. The real work, the invisible alchemy of greatness, is performed long before anyone notices. While others chase attention, the successful are quietly mastering themselves, refining their minds, and sculpting their futures when no one is watching. This is the arena where character is forged, where wealth is seeded, and where destiny begins. Most people believe success is about opportunity. They wait for the right timing, the right connection, or the right break. But the truly successful understand a deeper law. The mind that acts consistently in solitude builds an invincible life. Opportunity favors the prepared, but preparation favors the disciplined. Edison did not wait for inspiration. He created it in isolation, experimenting relentlessly. Ford did not wait for perfect conditions. He imposed order on chaos. Disney did not wait for approval. He worked quietly, drawing worlds into existence that the world would eventually inhabit. Thinking when no one is watching requires courage, because it means facing your own mind without distractions, without excuses, without validation. Most people flee this confrontation. They fill their lives with noise, social media, entertainment, conversation, anything to avoid sitting in the presence of their own potential. They avoid the questions that matter. Who am I becoming? What am I building? What standards am I holding myself to? The successful do not avoid these questions. They confront them daily, honestly, relentlessly. Belief is born in this silence. The mind of a winner does not depend on applause. It depends on conviction. If you wait for the world to tell you that you are capable, you will always be late to your own life. But when you decide internally, when you declare quietly in your own consciousness that failure is temporary, that effort is non-negotiable, that your purpose is inevitable, you lay the foundation for external triumph. The belief you cultivate in solitude guides every action you take in public. Clarity emerges from this consistent introspection. The successful separate signal from noise. They define what matters and ruthlessly eliminate what does not. Weak minds scatter attention, flitting from distraction to distraction, believing they are working because they are busy. The strong know that busyness is not progress. They choose focus over frenzy. They prioritize growth over recognition. Every action, every thought, every decision aligns with a larger vision, and this alignment is invisible to the untrained eye. Vision thrives in the absence of observation. While others perform for approval, the successful construct mental images of their desired future. Lincoln read quietly, studied relentlessly, and sharpened his understanding while the world debated his capacity. Disney sketched worlds that did not yet exist. Carnegie strategized business empires without seeking applause. Vision allows action to be guided by purpose rather than reaction. It transforms hours of unseen effort into momentum that eventually becomes undeniable. Purpose transforms vision into commitment. Without purpose, effort collapses under the first pressure. The mind drifts, distracted by trivialities, misled by emotion, tempted by ease. With purpose, the mind becomes a fortress. It sustains effort even when progress is invisible. It strengthens belief when doubt whispers. Purpose ensures that even in isolation, even in failure, you continue because you understand the reason for your pursuit, the reason that transcends comfort, opinion, or instant gratification. Discipline is the quiet engine behind these invisible victories. Success is not glamorous in its foundation. It is methodical, patient, relentless. Discipline is choosing to act according to principle, not impulse. It is showing up when motivation is absent, learning when no one is watching, refining when praise is not promised. Edison's thousands of experiments were a testament to disciplined thought. Ford's repetitive refinements built more than cars, they built standards. The successful transform discipline into a habit so natural that it becomes invisible, yet its impact is monumental. Action solidifies the mind. Thought without action is a conversation with yourself. Action transforms intention into reality. The successful do not wait for ideal conditions. They act under pressure, uncertainty, and fatigue. Each step, repeated in quiet consistency, accumulates power. Each effort compounds, invisible at first, until results manifest with undeniable force. This is why the world only sees the outcome, never the relentless thinking that made it possible. Gratitude anchors the successful in the unseen struggle. It is easy to chase victory without appreciating the process. The successful cultivate appreciation for every lesson, every setback, every solitary hour that builds resilience and skill. Gratitude transforms endurance into joy. It maintains balance, prevents arrogance, and fuels persistence. While the world envies results, the successful value the preparation that leads there. Adaptability is born in solitude. The unobserved mind is free to experiment, to adjust, to learn. Weak minds fear failure and remain rigid. The disciplined mind studies feedback quietly, evolves strategies, and adjusts behaviors while maintaining alignment with purpose. Learning becomes relentless, continuous, and invisible. The accumulation of these small refinements compounds into an unstoppable force. Resilience is the reward for the unobserved struggle. When the world finally watches, you no longer react to adversity, you have already been tempered by it. Weakness crumbles under pressure. Strength endures because it has been tested in silence. The successful have practiced triumph over hesitation, fear, distraction, and doubt long before recognition arrives. They emerge unstoppable not because the world cooperates, but because their inner foundations are unshakable. And the ultimate truth emerges. The world cannot give you greatness. It can only reflect the greatness that has already been established within. If you master your thoughts, your discipline, your vision, your purpose when no one is watching, the world is powerless to resist. Doors open, opportunities arrive, and influence flows, not because it was sought, but because it is a natural byproduct of invisible mastery. The successful understand this law. They do not chase attention. They build silently. They think relentlessly. They endure quietly. They act decisively. And eventually, the world notices not because it created the success, but because it had no choice but to follow the life that had already been shaped in solitude. Because the truth is undeniable and unchangeable, greatness is grown in silence, forged in thought, and perfected when no one is watching. And when the world finally observes, it sees not the struggle, not the toil, but the inevitable triumph that began long before anyone was paying attention.